Hey, this is Josh, and I'm going to talk about how to solve a Rubik's Cube. First, you can identify the color of the sides by what the center color is. This is the yellow, this is the blue here, orange, green, red, white. From convention, keep the white on the bottom. First thing we're going to try and do is get a plus that is white on the bottom, where we need to have the edges match the colors that are in the middle. So we're going to go find ones. You normally want to put them up to the top here, so that you can rotate them around to the right location. You notice that I'm getting this orange one right here. It does not fit here, so we're gonna move it to the side. We're gonna rotate down. You notice that this is now aligned. Rotate over, and then move back in case we messed up the previous side. Then we're gonna go and find what the next side piece is here. We got a red one here, so we're gonna rotate over here. Once again, I try to line them up, doesn't line up. So I'm going to rotate it back once, then I'm going to drop it down, rotate over, rotate that back. Now I'm close to a plus. I have one more on the edge here. I'm going to lift this up to the top, rotate it over, come back down, rotate around. This is now blue, lines up, so I can simply rotate that down, and now I have a plus here. You notice this matches, this matches, this matches, this matches. Next thing we're going to do is try and get the corners down here. So you'll notice here, this is a green and orange corner. So we're going to go find the green and orange side and put it right above where I want it to go. There's a special technique here. This is right clockwise, up clockwise, right counterclockwise, up counterclockwise. We're going to do that a lot. Now this has the orientation correct, so I'm going to go to the next one. Here is a red and blue one. We're going to go over to red and blue, and then right here, we're going to drop this down here. Once again, right clockwise, up clockwise, right counterclockwise, up counterclockwise. Now you notice this is in the wrong orientation. I want to get the white down. If you do that right clockwise, up clockwise, right counterclockwise, up counterclockwise, twice, it will change orientation. So, changed orientation. Did it again, changes orientation. Similarly, we're going to go over here, find this is the blue and orange right there. We're going to drop it down there. Boom, correct orientation. Find the last one right here, and it is over green and red. It is over where it's supposed to be, so like that. Now we have the whole bottom is white, plus is here. Next thing we're going to do is the sides. Here we find a red and green. We want to align it so that it matches up red and red right there. Then what we are going to do is move it to the left, move this up, move that down. So now you notice we have a coherent 2. We're going to move this out of the way, bring up this kind of garbage piece that I want to get rid of. Bring this right there, and then drop it back down. And so we're going to basically repeat that with everything else. So this is blue and orange. Come over here, and then we're going to do that. And it's the same kind of pattern that I have sort of documented, and we're just kind of repeating this. Now here's a tricky piece. This one here has to get separated. So we're going to do that right up, and then we're going to go the other way, basically the mirror with the left hand, and that separates this piece. And now, once again, I can move it off to the side and then line that up right there. We have one last piece that we need to go right here. This is a mirror of what we did before. And then that gets the whole bottom aligned there. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to get a yellow plus on the top. So we're going to rotate this to the side and then do the right up, right up, right there. Rotate back. You can find this little triangle. You're going to put it in the upper left-hand corner. Turn that sideways. Right up, pardon me. So now we have a line right there. One more time, right up, rotate back. So now I have a plus and then some other junk that we don't care about. Next thing we're going to do is the orientation of the corners. So I'm going to spin these around. Notice that this has green and red. It doesn't matter the orientation, but it's red and blue right there. And this one here, oh, I actually got a little bit lucky. Let's assume that I didn't get lucky. I'm gonna mix it back up. So let's say I were a little bit off like this. So I rotate till I get something right. This is orange and green, and this is red and green. That's not right. So over here, blue and orange, blue and red. Ah, these are correct. What I'm going to do is a little counterintuitive. I'm going to rotate these once clockwise. Now notice that the green and red is correct. Everything else is wrong. This move is going to move the remaining 3 in a right-hand rule, counterclockwise fashion. So the green and orange is going to go down to the green and orange over here, and then the blue and orange is going to go over here, and the blue and red is going to go over here. So this is the way I think about it. It goes up, up, down, down, and in the meantime, you're doing top counterclockwise, clockwise, counterclockwise, clockwise, but you're interleaving those. So it goes right up and top over, left up, top back, right down, top over, left down, top back. So now we notice the correct location, red and green, blue and red, orange and blue. This is correct. Now, this is the piece that I always have to do a little bit of guess and check on, but there's a basic move. You go up, over, down, over, up, over, down, and that changes the orientation of the top. We're going to keep doing that until we get a fish, and I'll show you what that means in a sec. So up, over, down, over, up, over, down. So now I have like this nice little fishy here. And so I'm going to look at the fish, and I'm going to say there's always going to be a yellow on one side or the other. So it happens to be on this side, so I'm going to do that same move with a right-handed version. Up, over, down, over, up, over, down. Boom. Rotate the top. So now I have blue in the back, and these need to be switched. I'm going to rotate this 180. I'm going to move this piece here, rotate up, rotate around 180, bring it back down, rotate it over, rotate it down, and boom, cube is solved.